Yo, what's good, Jets Nation? This is New York Jets Media, bringing you guys my flight preview to the Cleveland Browns versus New York Jets game this Monday night. It's prime time. This game was circled on my calendar right when I saw the schedule. I was so excited for this game, but as all Jets fans know, this has been a very, very hectic week for us. A lot of stuff's not been going our ways ever since the loss to the Buffalo Bills when we blew that 16-point lead. We've been getting news after news that it's not good. Right after the Bills game, news broke that we traded for Demaryius Thomas, which is a positive. I think that's a great trade for the Jets. We gave up a 6th-round pick in 2021 for him. He's an experienced veteran, number one receiver that's coming to this team. And I didn't really understand it at the moment because we were very flooded in the wide receiver group. I mean, Robbie and Quincy didn't really step up on Sunday, so I can see why he did it. But then the next day, we find out, unfortunately, Quincy Enunwa is out for the season. He has another neck injury, and that's a huge blow for the Jets offense. I was really excited to see Quincy really have a healthy season because I know he has a lot of potential. He's a physical runner. He really does all the dirty work, and it's really unfortunate. So this trade that Joe Douglas makes complete sense. We needed a wide receiver to fill in for Quincy because without Quincy, our depth is very weak. We only have Robbie, Jameson, and then we would have to have Josh Bellamy step up. So Demaryius Thomas is a huge acquisition. Another thing that happened, we cut our kicker, Kyer Vedvik, who was atrocious on Sunday, and we signed a new kicker, Sam Ficken. He has a career 50% field goal percentage in the NFL. He's only made 3 out of his 6. But in this preseason with the Green Bay Packers, I believe, he made all 5 extra points and 1 field goal, so he did not miss any field goal attempts. He only attempted 1, which was a make, and then he had 5 extra points that was made, so that's a positive. We need to have a solid kicker. And then the biggest news of this week, which is the most devastating, is Sam Darnold diagnosed with mono, and he will be out this Monday and maybe for a couple weeks. This was a huge blow. Obviously, the one thing that really got me excited for the season was to watch Sam Darnold progress and make that big leap year and show the NFL that he is a young, talented quarterback with a ton of potential. And it really, really hurts that he's not playing on Monday. I was so excited to see the Sam Darnold versus Baker Mayfield, but that's okay. We can't control it. This season really is not going the way I expected, but we still have a chance on Monday to be a competitive team. Luckily, we have a backup quarterback in Trevor Siemian who's experienced and has a winning record as a quarterback, has more touchdown passes than interceptions in his career. So it's not like we're throwing somebody in there on Monday that's a complete disaster and he's just going to be like a rookie and it's a guaranteed loss. I'm not saying the Jets are going to win on Monday, but it's definitely going to be a competitive game because I think Trevor Siemian really is a quarterback that can come in and really do what Adam Gase wants, push the ball downfield. He's experienced. He can read the defenses. It's a lot of stuff. If we threw in a quarterback that we don't know about, like Luke Falk or something, I will be really, really concerned. But since we have Trevor as our backup, I'm not too worried. And then we find out that C.J. Mosley and Quinnen Williams both suffered groin injuries for C.J. and an ankle injury for Q. They're both limited in practice. They're not practicing all week, so I'm very, very hopeful that they play Monday because without C.J. Mosley, our defense really, really looks weak. As you could tell, the game at Buffalo, our defense was looking amazing, forcing so many turnovers after turnovers. C.J. Mosley was everywhere. He had 5 tackles, a fumble recovery, a pick 6. He was literally the anchor of our defense, and then he goes out with an injury, and our whole defense it looks like they're confused. They're not lined up right. They're not communicating right. So C.J. Mosley really, really has to play Monday. If he does not, I am very worried for this defense, and that is a huge part. Jamal Adams is also banged up in practice. He had a sore hip and a sore back, but it looks like he's ready to go. And then another big scare, Le'Veon Bell had a shoulder soreness and got me really, really scared. But luckily, the MRIs came back. He has no damage, no structural damage, no ligament damage. So he looks like he's all set to go on Monday, and that is huge for the offense because if we lost Sam and Le'Veon, our offense really looks like it's going to do nothing. But since we got Le'Veon playing on Monday, that's going to be huge for this offense. So to get into the game plan for the offensive side of the ball, I really want to see Adam Gase get Le'Veon the ball right away in the passing game and the running game. He is the best player on the offense. It was very, very clear on Monday, at the Bills game, that Le'Veon Bell is the best player on this Jets football team on offense. He's a star. He makes nothing into something, and you really got to feed him the rock. But also, I want to see more Ty Montgomery involved, because he can line up on the outside. He can line up in the slot. He can line up in the running back. Same with Le'Veon. If you get both of those running backs involved, it's going to make the Cleveland Browns defense really on their toes. They don't know who's it going to. And I'm also really excited to see Trevor Siemian and Demaryius Thomas play. Hopefully Thomas plays. He's battling a hamstring injury. He's not practicing yet, but they're hopeful that he plays Monday, so that's a big question mark as well. Trevor Siemian and Demaryius Thomas have experience together because they both played in Denver. So that's a huge thing for the Jets, because you need experience on this Jets offense, especially with Sam Darnold going down. Like I said before, Siemian has experience, and he's comfortable with Demaryius Thomas. He knows his tendencies. He knows his routes. So that's a big acquisition that Joe Douglas got, getting Demaryius Thomas from the Patriots. This offense still has a chance to be competitive on Monday, in my opinion. Yes, Sam Darnold is not playing, which is a huge blow, but I really think if Trevor Siemian can get Le'Veon Bell the ball early on and get him in the passing game and the running game, it's going to set up the offense where he can set up the play action. Maybe he can just dump the ball off to Robbie for some quick yardage. Jameson Crowder is another one, getting him over the middle. He was open all day on Sunday. He had 14 receptions, but I really want to see Adam Gase break open the playbook and throw the ball downfield more. He was very conservative. He was very closed-minded, in my opinion. Maybe Sam Darnold being sick had a factor behind it. We don't know. Darnold could be battling symptoms on Sunday, and he told Adam Gase, and he's like, listen, I don't feel that well. So maybe Adam Gase didn't want to open up the playbook, because, in my opinion, Sam Darnold's best qualities is rolling out of the pocket and throwing on the run, and we saw no play designs on Sunday where you saw Sam Darnold play action, roll out, and throwing the ball. He was always in the pocket. He never escaped the pocket, and it was very conservative. He was not throwing the ball downfield, and that made me wonder, okay, maybe Sam Darnold did not feel that well on Sunday. I mean, I'm not saying that's an excuse of his poor play, but that could have been a factor, so I'm hoping Adam Gase learned from that and really can open up this playbook and get more creative, get Robbie Anderson the ball, get Le'Veon Bell the ball early, and also include Ty Montgomery. I'm really excited to see what Demaryius Thomas can do, and hopefully we can get the tight ends involved. Yes, we're missing Chris Herndon. That's a big blow, but Ryan Griffin, he's a solid tight end. We should get him the ball more. He only had one reception, I'm pretty sure, on Sunday, so if we can get everybody the ball on offense, that will be huge. And then the biggest X factor on offense is obviously the offensive line. The offensive line on Sunday looked awful. The communication was off. You can just tell all 5 players on the offensive line never played a snap together live before Sunday in preseason. So that definitely has a lot of question marks going to week 2. This week during practice, are they getting the same calls? Is Ryan Khalil on the same page as everybody? Because he's an experienced center, but he just came into this Jets football team in August. So it's like, you got to build that chemistry. Hopefully they can build chemistry throughout the season, because on Sunday they looked absolutely awful. Sam Darnold had no time, and we really need that offensive line to create holes for Le'Veon and to protect Trevor Siemian as much as possible. We really got to protect the ball. On Sunday, we did a very good job. I don't think we turned the ball over once on offense, which is huge. The offense really didn't do that good scoring-wise, but we did protect the ball. We did not turn the ball over, so I'm hoping that could be the same thing on Monday, because if we protect the ball, leave our defense off the field, because the defense is going to be probably the biggest factor, because they're going against Baker Mayfield, they're going against Odell Beckham Jr., they're going against Jarvis Landry. If we can stop them, that would be huge. To go to the defensive side of the ball, Greg Williams really has to get pressure on Baker Mayfield early on and throughout the whole game. Baker Mayfield against the Tennessee Titans on Sunday, he looked really off because of the pressure. He was in constant pressure by the Titans. He had 3 interceptions and did not look like the Baker Mayfield last year. So I'm hoping Greg Williams looks at the tape and realizes, okay, this is what the Titans did, and Baker Mayfield did not do well on their game plan. So let's get creative and get these exotic blitzes and get the edge rushers on him, because if we don't get pressure on Baker Mayfield and he has time, it is going to be way too easy for Odell to break loose of Tremaine or Jarvis to break loose and get a big gain over the middle. Tremaine Johnson and Darryl Roberts really looked bad on Sunday, so The only way our defense is going to be good this game on Monday is, one, if CJ plays, and two is if we get pressure on Baker early and make sure he's not comfortable in the pocket. When you get Baker Mayfield comfortable in the pocket, he can get hot, he can sling the ball very, very accurately, and he's a scary weapon. I mean, I'm not a huge Baker Mayfield fan just because of his like off the field stuff, but Baker Mayfield is extremely talented. He's He's going to be an amazing football quarterback. I have nothing against him on the field. It's just his off his field really turns me off. But what I really want to see is they contain Baker Mayfield, make sure that he's in the pocket and pressured at all times. So that's what I want to see from Adam Gase and Greg Williams' game plan on Monday. Yes, it's very, very unfortunate that Sam Darnold has mono, and we're going to be missing him a lot. And he's not playing Monday. He's most likely not going to be playing the Patriots game. And luckily, we actually have a bye week 4. At first, I looked at the bye week 4 and I hated it. But now that Darnold is sick, it gives him an extra week of rest to get his mind and body back in shape. So I'm hoping Darnold can come back right after the bye week when they verse the Eagles. And that's going to be his first game back from mono. Hopefully, if not, then it will be versing the Cowboys the next week after that. And yes, this week and the Jets season really is not looking like we expected. I was extremely optimistic throughout the whole summer to see what this Jets team can finally do, and we're just getting battled with injuries. It really, really sucks. I was watching ESPN the other day, and I just see on the banner on below, injury update for the Jets, and it literally named every single player on the Jets that's super important for this team. It said, QB Sam Darnold, out. CJ Mosley, out of practice, groin injury. Le'Veon Bell, out of practice, shoulder injury. Quinn Williams, out with an ankle injury. Jamal Adams, out of practice because of a sore back. Like, those 5 players are our most important players for this team. And seeing that in that moment, I was like, what? Why is this happening to us? Why is our best players getting hurt right off the gate? It's nothing we can control, but I just want to bring you guys this video. I know this is a very, very dark time for us Jets fans because we were looking forward to the season, and right now it's looking like we might start 1-5, we might start 0-6, but if we just keep our heads high, keep supporting this team, hopefully Trevor Siemian can prove a lot of people wrong and go out there and protect the ball and get Le'Veon the ball, get Robbie the ball. Like I said earlier in this video, you never know. We can surprise some people on Monday Night Football, and I'm just trying to give you guys a good optimistic vibe to this Jets team because it's been a very, very sad and depressing week for us. And what I want to do in this channel is bring you guys the light side of the Jets, but at the same time, I'm going to focus on what's reality. Like, I'm not just going to be giving you guys, yeah, this is good, and cancel out what's real, because what's real is bad. You know what I mean? So I'm giving you guys my both positive and negatives of this Jets football team in this video. So hope you guys enjoyed. I will be making a preview to every single game throughout the season, and I'll also be bringing you guys my recap analysis to every game as well. So hit that subscribe button if you're new. Thanks for watching. Go Jets. I'll catch you in my next video. Peace.